beats.
Okay.
Kenan had to get that out of KO. KO was like, I'm done with my verse. My verse is the hottest shit. I'm
Yeah, I don't have to do anything.
But he's like, no, come on. He's like,
There's
give me
something else
Give
you
me
can-
something. Give me that cash damn thing. You know that thing that you said.
We need to look for that beat. It's just been a while. Yeah.
Newsflash
Layers.
for your fans and for you.
Yeah.
Kenan, yeah, I worked on that album.
Oh, for real?
Of course. Well, first of all, two of the songs that we put out, 2 or 3 of the songs we put out on that.
Oh, on Fifth Season.
Yeah, Kenan and I, even though we had that breakaway, we stayed in communication.
Okay.
I still got
AKA Bite Simdop from Casper, because you were around AKA at the time Simdop was being done. Was it a Casper song? What do you know of Simdop? Because you addressed it.
Yeah, no, it's not. The answer is no.
Yeah.
There's no, we didn't get any sample of their music. We did not do anything. Actually, if anything, if Kenan heard a Casper song, he wanted to do the opposite. Yeah, no, there's just no.
He was not the kind of artist who would want to bite.
There's no truth in that. Well, you want to bite from someone he felt is like a really great artist, but it's Casper.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we've got a really beautiful one. You know, we've got someone who has really done big things in the South African music industry. And, you know, we've got Benza in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Benza, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Awesome, bro. Good.
I mean, awesome. Same here, brother. You know, Benza, you're known for a lot of people that know you as AKA's business manager.
Okay.
You know, AKA's really catapulted to get to where he got to in his career. But you know, we're really curious. Who's Benza really?
Who's Benza? Benza is like I'd probably say it's a creative person.
Yeah.
I think Benza is also someone who loves being around creative. Benza, it's artistic.
Yeah.
Benza love it's an entrepreneur by heart. Caring, devoted person, someone who wants to see the best, you know, and make sure that he adds value and generate values for whoever he works with.
Yeah.
And a businessman. The current title is culture investor
Oof.
/ chief opportunity creator.
Yeah.
Is the current it's a current title.
Interesting, Benza. Interesting. Benza, at what point do you realize I'm actually a creative?
Well, I guess I'm a hidden creative because, well, I knew I was a creative because even when I was young, I would read a lot of stories and make my own superhero comics.
Yeah.
When I was very young, I used to do signs and paints with some guys in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I also did talent shows when I thought I had musical talent, dancing talent. And it was further enhanced when I moved to Brooklyn, New York, where we're in the seat of the nucleus of creativity at the time, which was in the 90s. So yeah, so I easily was attracted to the creative circle, and they also appreciated me and loved me. And there I tried all, you know, to express my creativity, which was things that I had inside that I thought I could express by singing, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
By rapping, it didn't work out. You know, then I tried graffiti, I tried breakdancing, and all of that worked out. And eventually, you know, it turned out to be DJing. And marketing and promotion and managing and coordinating events and talent. So yeah, that's what it ended up being.
Benza, you were in the US right at the center of, you know, Jay-Z, Biggie time when they were really at the peak, you know?
Yeah.
Why'd you leave the US and come back to Africa, you know? Why Africa?
Oh man, for Africa, because I'm African by blood. Right, I thought I had, you know, acquire a lot of relationship, a lot of experience, and I wanted to bring it back home. I saw there was an opportunity that Africa could be the next wave, the next boom, you know. And I know the things that I've learned, I could have to fast track have fast track the talent, fast track the professionalism in the music, and just help talent that are here trying to develop themselves to be part of that growth. So that's why I moved to Africa, because it's my home.
Yeah.
The continent is what I loved. I enjoyed my time in the US. I enjoy all the experiences, grateful for the knowledge, grateful for the experiences in a relationship. But home is, is where the heart is, and being on the continent really makes me happy, pleases me, and I want to see that I can add value.
Benza, when did you land in South Africa from the US? Was that 2001? What year is that?
I think that was, that must have been early 2001. Or it could have been 2000 was the first trip.
Okay.
Yeah, I think maybe 2000 was the very first visit trip, maybe for like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, you came right at a time where we didn't have as many independent labels. Like, I think at that time, the majors were really major. There were not enough independent labels.
Yeah, I think you had about maybe 5 different majors at the time, and they were controlling things.
Yeah.
If you include Gallo, then that's actually 6. Right.
So where you get the balls to come into a space like that?
Well, no, I didn't come in. I didn't come in to be a record label executive.
Okay.
I didn't really come in to be a talent manager. I came in to be part of the culture growth, part of the community growth. I came in trying to, do events. I did my DJ for a while.
What music are you DJing at the time?
At that time?
Yeah.
At the time, it was hip hop and dance hall reggae, and and R&B.
You had a stage name?
Yes, I did.
What was the stage name?
It was Vuvu. Selector Vuvu. It's a name that I found. I got even back in the days in Brooklyn.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so it's not like it wasn't. I didn't form that we become a DJ here.
Yeah,
you became a DJ out of necessity. Actually, back in my college days, right after college.
Yeah.
When I started DJing.
Oof.
Yeah.
So first track, I mean, we hear more about Benza when we see Alter Ego for a lot of people, because then that's a solid body of work, and we see the credits saying 5th season. How do we get into contact with an AKA? What was your first interaction with the AKA?
I think our very first interaction with Kenan was having him being like a popular youth in his community. So he was like, one of the cool kids. And we were running a marketing agency, and our marketing agency was being tasked to spread the message that I think like Jemison and MTV Base and Noah Chandon was the new it thing, was the new cool thing. Now you have to think back 2008, 2009, 2010 at that time.
Yeah.
And that's when we met Kenan in 2008, 2009, when we were looking after what we call influencer, a physical influencer, where they were influencing because they were the cool kid at the parties. So we had all the DJs that we were looking at, using them as brand ambassadors from, I'm trying to think of their names now. From VG to not Shinzo, but what's his name? Also starts with S. He has a show now right now on 5FM. Speedster, VG, Milkshake, all those guys were people that were like cool at that moment, and even the late Tips.
Okay.
And we just used them as conduit of our brand's messages. Yeah. So that's how I met him. I met him, hanging out with the cool kids. We used him. We brought him in. He became very close to us. And then I started to see a little bit more of him. I started to see, like, every time you get a group of people, you tend to pinpoint to who is actually going to be the leader, who's going to actually break through or break out.
Yeah.
And just by his personality, by his boldness, by his many talents, we knew that he was going to break out and he was going to be one of the outstanding one out of that unit, that community.
So Benza, it's interesting because what informs fifth season? Where does fifth season come into play? Because obviously we might need to backtrack a bit. But what makes you decide, let me set up fifth season?
Fifth season was actually a switch up on what we were actually doing. Okay. We started a below the line marketing company, and it was called Urban Weapons, I believe. It was 3 of us. It was Ninel, it was Melanie Ramsey, and myself.
Oh.
When we did that, because in 2008, 2009, I ran a series of nightclubs, Moloko, Divine Lounge, which were owned by me.
Yeah.
And what we were tasked to do at those...
It's on Moloko?
Yeah. Moloko, Latinova, Louis XVI were part of that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So what we were tasked to do by brands was to create events, because they didn't have a real marketing agency at the time. So at a club owner, we will say, okay, Absolute Vodka wants to do something, so we'll create a night.
Yeah.
Bring in DJs, bring in artists, bring in dancers, and create nights for them. So we started doing that very well in our clubs, right, in our venues. But we wanted to do it more. But because of the conflict of interest for me to do an Absolute event at Taboo when I'm an owner of Moloko,
Couldn't do that. Yeah.
It wouldn't go down. So we shifted from that, and that's when I sold those businesses and I started the
That was a good one.
No, it was actually still marketing. And marketing went to management of artists, or at least management of creative, because what we found is that we needed the creatives to be there to spread the message, but they didn't have any sort of professionalism around them.
Yeah.
They didn't have coordinators. They didn't have content creators. They didn't have anyone beside them.
Yeah.
And so we ended up having to manage their career to make sure that they were on time and they were delivering what they're supposed to do. And Kenan was one of them. Like I mentioned, BG was one of them. And we had Speedsa was one of them. We probably had Milkshake was one of them. We probably had about 15 that we were managing within the Gauteng region.
Yeah.
And fifth season came about because Kenan approached me and said, I want to do more than this. I produce music. I perform. I want to be more than just a cool guy that comes to the club, or the cool guy that's drinking Jameson, so everybody drinks Jameson, or popping Moet and everyone starts to do it. I want to be much more than that. And I said, okay, cool. I like your attitude. I like your boldness. I like how you bring in a fresh air to even what we're doing compared to the other guys. But we're not a record label. We just never wanted to be a record label. The best we can do is manage you, because at least that's, from our side, it's something that if we manage you properly, you will be able to add value, and our brand, our
The marketing agents.
agency will flourish, because our clients will be happy. And then he popped up with, he wanted to drop the EP, the mixtape back then.
Yeah.
He wanted to drop and I listened to the mixtape and I was like, wow, shit, okay, there's something here. Let us help you roll with it as manager of AKA to roll it out. And we rolled it out, and it was quite successful. And then, then after that, he said, well, I want to put an album up. And I said, okay, well, I've never done that before.
Yeah.
I've never, became a record label before, so I don't know how to do that. But what I'll do is I'll help you package the music, help you A&R the music, get the right producers. You already know the guys, so I don't think you need a lot of my help doing that, but I'll cover some of the cost of it. And then we will take it to the record labels that are out there and see if they will sign you. So we went to Sony, we went to, you name it, EMI, Warner. We went to all the major labels that was there, Gallo, and they all said no, we will have to pass.
So now all these labels have said no, so now, you guys decided to go at it alone.
Yeah.
What's that looking like now? So you're tasked with all these responsibilities. Are you equipped for all these things?
Well, no, I was not quite equipped.
Yeah.
We just had the passion and the love, and then we also just personal desire to changed the landscape of South African music, what I was currently hearing at the time.
Yeah.
You know, it was just my personal preference. I thought the music that he was putting out, his style, you know, his attitude, all it spoke to where I was from, which is Brooklyn. And I've always familiar with being the first.
Yeah.
You know, in from Brooklyn, you have this mentality of being bold.
Yeah.
You know, and the first one to do it or unprecedented wasn't something that we were afraid of calling ourselves. So this was, so for me, it was an excitement to do it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for my partners at the time, there wasn't that, it wasn't that exciting for them because we had started as a marketing agency and they wanted to stay a marketing agency.
No, this guy wants to be a record label
He wants to be a record label head. Yeah. And they didn't feel the same dream that
you had.
I had because they had no experience in on the music side of things either. But that's where Fifth Season started.
Yeah.
I know Fifth Season moved from being a marketing agency to more of a investment in culture agency, which we call it a record label, but it's investment in culture. So Fifth Season became that.
Yeah.
And we started investing in culture and AKA was the first one we invested in.
So hold up, Benza. So from your 3-member business partners, Melanie drops out.
Melanie drops out.
And she focuses on PR.
On PR, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we probably had a good run for 2.5, 3 years.
In Fifth Season?
Well, it was called Urban Weapons.
Okay.
Then turned to Fifth Season.
Okay.
Yeah, so all in all, she did about maybe 3 years, but she became like our go-to PR
person
once she left.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Nell took a break. She wanted to go back to school, get her MBA.
Okay.
You know, just in business, just across the board, not necessarily in marketing.
Okay.
So she left. And left me alone at the helm with at the current time with a failed project because we did lose money in Alter Ego for the first year because we made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah,
we didn't know. You know, I didn't come from a record label. I didn't leave Sony thinking. You know, I wasn't working at Sony and be like, oh shit, I can do this by myself. I see how it's done. We went just by like, if we can get this music on radio, if we can get people to listen to it, they will love it.
Yeah.
But how to do it and all the secrets and the relationship that you have to build, I didn't have it.
Yeah.
So we started building as we went. The first 6 months, the 8 months, we didn't grow much. You know, the music didn't do so well.
Yeah.
But what we managed to do as marketer, we managed to brand AKA. So that's where we
excelled it.
We excelled in like the music was just there, to fill into what this person is.
But the branding working point.
Yeah. So everything blew up with Kenan.
Yeah.
Kenan was on MTV. Kenan was on Channel O. Kenan was on interview. He was performing on the live stuff. So Kenan was bigger than Alter Ego at that time.
Yeah.
And yes, simply because we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know how to really support music, but we knew how to support
the brand.
And the brand was Kenan Forbes.
So Benza, at the time where you're working on AKA, vernacular, hip hop it's not that big to begin with, but also the hip hop that's there is mostly vernacular.
Yes.
You know, so we have the tear gas, we have the double HPs and everyone is
Pro
Kid.
I loved Pro.
But most of the big guys are spitting in vernac.
Yeah.
So what was the label's hesitation?
Well, that was the label hesitation right there. You know, they're based on formula.
Yeah.
If this formula is working, we're gonna go with it. Find me a guy like that. Same thing they're doing currently with piano.
Yeah.
If piano is working, find me the next Kabza, find me the next and that's then that's how they go.
Yeah.
They were not. Kenan did not fit that profile. He was in Vernac. He was from Cape Town. Grew up in Joburg. He spoke English most of the time. He was light skin colored. Yeah.
He didn't tick. He didn't tick the boxes.
He didn't tick the box. Jay-Z was his. New York was his
was his influence as opposed to West Coast, because West Coast was the influence here when I first came. West Coast rap.
So there's
was,
more Tupac and the Drez and the Smoke.
Yeah, that's where. But
So he's more B.I.G. and the Jay-Z's.
B.I.Z., Jay-Z, and BL and all them guys. So yeah, it just wasn't there. But I saw the movement happening. I saw that the youth are going to start gravitating to East Coast. They're gonna start gravitating to American sound or at least English rapping. And his production was out of this world. It wasn't something that you heard on Cash Dime albums. You didn't hear that on Pro.
And he was producing his own beats.
He produced his own beat with his production clique. You're gonna have to help.
Yeah, what is the name again?
Ivy League Papa.
There we go.
Yes, Ivy League Papa. Yes. Yeah, he's producing with them. Yeah.
Sorry, Benza, I just want to backtrack you a bit. Why do you call the record label Fifth Season?
Oh, okay. We call it Fifth Season. It was actually when it was transitioning from the marketing to a record label.
Okay.
Right, because you have 4 seasons.
Okay.
Of
the year.
Yeah, 4 seasons of the year. We just thought we were gonna be an added value in many ways.
So we're doing something that other people are not doing.
We're gonna bring added.
So you're the additional season.
With additional season of wealth creation, with additional season of your brand having an extended life. And then also, when we became culture investor, it also means that we're playing in the culture space. We're bringing talent. We're bringing music. We're bringing new brands of alcohol. We are having parties, having events. But now we're going to now invest in the culture. And that means we're going to now spend money to create music.
Yeah.
We're going to spend money to promote a marketing artist like AKA. Yeah. We also invested in clothing labels.
Yeah. So you're investing in all those things.
Yeah, investing in creation of music. That's where the label came from. Also invested in a couple of clothing label as well, as a silent investor.
Yeah.
Also invested in a website called Wanted, wanted.co.za. Yeah, it was supposed to be the culture blog of the time. So we were investing.
Yeah, I know you were in culture.
In the culture. So that's where Fifth Season
came about.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna skip back to the branding part. So the one box that you've really ticked is branding, AKA. His brand is bigger than his album, which is a funky place to be, but maybe not too funky a place to be. But look, what we're experiencing right now is that we have a lot of artists whose music is bigger. Yeah. Like I'm a piano artist, the music is bigger than the brand.
Yeah.
So Benza, what does it take to brand an artist?
What does it take to brand an artist? Oh man.
And where is the piano lacking? So it's a two-tier question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, because we work so closest to brand managers and marketing managers from Hennessy and Jameson and Moet Chandon, because we work closely with them, we learned a thing or two. Hennessy is like 150-year-old business.
Yeah.
But it feels like when you just meet Hennessy, you think it's brand new.
Yeah, it feels very current.
Right, it feels very current. All of them, Jameson, Moet, Jack Daniels, all of them are very, 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 very old.
Yeah.
Even now, the Don Julio that everyone's talking about now,
it's been around.
Also been around, right?
Yeah.
So, there's something about the intrinsic and the extrinsic of a brand.
Okay.
And so we kind of dissected that, and we knew that we want to have AKA brand last 2-3 decades long.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the goal. So what do we do? How do we do it? We stole the playbook from Hennessy. It's about creating community.
Yeah.
It's about not messing with the brand. If the brand is supposed to be in this space, it stays in this space.
Please break it down. What does it mean?
It means the look and feel resembles the taste.
Okay.
So if for Moet Chandon, if it's supposed to be high-end tasting, it can only be in surrounding that's high-end and tasting.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Because what people see kind of fits what people taste.
Yeah.
And the same thing with AKA, we we continue to invest in buying new gear, so he looks just like the guys you see on MTV. He looks just like that guy. Even when we travel, we're constantly doing photo shoots, so there's a new image of him.
Yeah.
He worked hard on his social media, almost sometimes too hard.
Yeah, it's true. He's doing too much.
And then just things like things that we did that was unprecedented. Like, for example, it would be where we placed him in Cape Town in penthouses before most artists knew what a penthouse was, right? And that was the super mega.
Recently I was telling you that you were one of the first record labels to fly an artist private. He was one of the first artists to fly private.
Well, yeah, private and to fly business class.
Business class. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was one of the first in business class and also one of the first in private as well. But that was part of the branding. Who Kenan was supposed to be, AKA was supposed to be super mega. So we have
20 years. 20-year vision.
Yeah. So that was an investment on our side where we, for first, we try to get promoters in Cape Town, Durban to put him in business class, but they always say, no, we don't do that. We don't do that for Mafiki Zolo. We don't do that for Zahara. We don't do that for
you want us to do for a rapper, which is the biggest genre in the game right
now. No, we don't do that. So what we did, we strategically upgraded him on flights.
Okay.
That was booked. We upgraded him, which we paid for.
Yeah.
And doing that, we also took pictures of it, had him go live and took pictures of him in business class.
Yeah.
And after 3 or 4 times, we kept telling people, well, those other promoter put him on business class.
Yeah.
Why can't you put him on business class? That's how he rolled. Yeah. We got it from these other guys.
Why can't you do
Why can't you? But, secretly, it was us paying for those 4 or 5 business class, which was an investment because it was investment in the brand. It paid off.
Yeah.
After that, it was like not even a conversation.
Yeah. So Benza, how does something as simple, as small, but still big, as putting an artist in a business class seat when everyone is in economy affect the brand? How does it impact the brand?
Well, it tells you that the brand is something serious. To take it very serious.
Okay.
The brand has now been elevated. There's a new level of the brand, right? So it signals to people, everybody, the fans, it signals to music industry people, the signals to the promoter that you're now at a different level. So things to be treated differently. It's the same thing as once you say to someone that I'm represented by 5th season, it changes perception.
It's a perception.
There's a perception change right away. No matter if you don't have a hit record or you have a hit record, it automatically changes
the perception people have of you. They find you successful. They think you're really killing it. And that might not always be reflective on the numbers side.
On the numbers, but we're in a perception game. Yeah, we're in a branding game. We're in showbiz. Come on. We're not in accountants. We're in showbiz.
Yeah, Benza. So there's layers to this conversation we're having,
Okay.
So you are saying, listen, and this is you communicating to an artist. You're saying, listen, we have a 20-year vision for your brand. And part of this 20-year vision means that we're going to invest in things that make you look good, that make you look branded.
Right.
And not necessarily put money in your pockets.
Yeah, it will be debt for a while.
Yeah. But what kind of an artist embraces that vision?
Now that is a good question. What kind of artist embraces that vision? Because yes, you're right. It's only a small 2%.
Yeah, because there's instant gratification. If I do a gig, I want to get the money. I don't want Benza to say, listen, we need this brand. We need to reinvest in the brand.
Yeah.
So what kind of artist is willing to?
Well, yeah, actually, that's a good question because I would say an artist. We're fortunate with Kenan that he already had a bit of a worldview.
Okay.
Right, coming from the parents that he had.
Yeah.
And secondly, he was in a band before that had traveled. So he saw there was a bigger world out there.
True.
So, and he saw that I'm young enough to wait it out and be patient.
Yeah.
He had traveled already to different African countries. He's won Core Awards, which is a different award than South African Music Awards. So he saw there was
It's a continental.
a continental award. So he saw there was he was a small fish, you know, in a big pond,
Yeah.
right? So he
But
wanted
fully aware of his potential.
Yes. But he knew from a talent perspective,
Yeah.
that's the other thing, that when he visits other countries and saw other people, he knew from a talent perspective, he's just as good as them or even better,
Okay.
right? And that's, you know, I think that's what it takes, the mentality of the artist. And unfortunately, for someone like Kenan, he already came with an awareness that there's a bigger world like that. I think he was attracted to me also because, one, I wasn't from South Africa.
Okay.
I was, another African.
Yeah.
So he knew that, wow, cool, this guy has a different perspective. Then he also knew that I was raised in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
So he was like, that's even better because this person would not just think of,
He is a global world.
South
African world.
Yeah. And that would match him. That would match his drive. That would match where he wants to go. And part of the investment and that we did to make him a brand, we also, thanks to him, we also spend money taking him outside of Africa sooner than later.
Okay.
We didn't wait for a global hit
Yeah.
to take him out,
Yeah.
right? We were going to Kenya and Nigeria on our own dime, right? Which was an investment from him because there was no gig, there was no payment, but it was also us buying flights. But it also signaled to the fans and the local promoter and the music industry, you have a rising star. You have a rising star, and his stock has just gone up. His value has just gone up. Yeah, and that's how you do it.
But Benza, it sounds like, from a music exec point of view, it sounds like you took a huge investment.
We did.
You're investing so much of
did.
what you can't see. I mean, there is a vision,
Right.
but that could also fail.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
we didn't bat 100% every time.
Yeah.
But there are artists that follow that same formula that has worked for,
Yeah.
and there are ones that haven't worked for. It worked for Trezor.
Yeah.
It worked a little bit for Ami Faku.
Yeah.
And there are other ones that were afraid of taking that leap.
Yeah.
Were afraid of being bold, and going places where they haven't been before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna sit here and say we batted 100%.
Yeah.
But the ones that won with us,
Yeah. The
won
really
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very happy for them.
Yeah.
We're very happy for them. They saw the vision. And Trezor, another example, someone who was already coming from Congo and traveled from Congo all the way down to South Africa. He knew there was a bigger world out there. And some of his idols were not African idols, they were European idols.
Yeah.
So when you have that attitude already and you're thinking, you don't have a pessimistic view of yourself.
True.
You're very proud of yourself.
Yeah.
And Kenan to the last day, he was very proud of South African. And the South African can take on the world.
Yeah.
That was the attitude.
Yeah.
We're gonna take on the world.
Yeah. I mean, Benza, talking Trezor has a crazy background because at the point he's a security guard. You know, he's like a car guard, basically at a point. How do you connect with an artist like that? Where do you see a car guard and decide, I think you're the guy?
Yeah, no, actually, I didn't meet him as a card guard. I met him as a busker, like a guitar player, and a writer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I met him. He was writing for Zahara at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's what he was. That's what we met. And I think for him, the connection was, being part Congo. I'm part Congolese. He's also fully Congo. We connected that way.
Yeah.
Also, we're both, expats.
So you speak French?
Expat.
You speak French?
Very little.
Okay.
We're both expatriates, from outside.
Yeah.
We connected like that. And I also saw him, I think we met maybe 2013.
Yeah.
But I saw him when I first moved here.
Okay.
And I was looking for enablers, people to introduce me to the industry.
Yeah.
And I saw myself as that person for him as well, to introduce him to the industry, introduce him to the life in Johannesburg. He was a car guard in Durban, and then we brought him up here. Another investment.
Yeah.
We brought him up here. We housed him out here for a few years until he made it and he could take care of himself. Yeah.
So Benza, if you look at a music exec like yourself, who is for the most part very private, you guys seem to get a lot of slack from artists.
Oh
And,
yeah.
you know, the public doesn't have a full grasp of all those investments, you know, because it sounds like you're really putting your money where your mouth is, but a lot of it is a lot of risk that you're taking. I think a lot of people don't see the risk.
Yeah.
They only see the success. And when the success is there, that's where there's conversation to say, oh, this artist is being ripped off. And why is that the case?
I mean, we've made it, you know, we try to make a distinction between us and record label, because record label do have that negative connotation, and we've never set up to be a record label. We became a record label by default.
Yeah.
We were more like, we keep saying that we're a culture investor.
Yeah.
We saw ourselves as investing in the culture, right? So as an investor in the culture, you expect return on investment,
Yeah.
right? So there is a financial conversation to be had.
Yeah.
And there's a return on investment that we do look for as a business, because we do have people that we hire. It's not Benza doing everything by himself. Benza has 4, 5, 6 staff.
PR team.
Yeah,
marketing,
PR
there's a legal team. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the you know, and when I say we as in the music industry in South Africa, we've had a lot of ugly breakups between labels and artists, or just partners and artists. You know, Son L, I don't think he would call himself a label, but he had artists that he assigned, and that broke away. KO, he may have called himself a record label, but it wasn't quite a record label. But he was like, I'm putting on my people, and he invested in his people, and it broke. I think sometimes the artists have a different perception, and the people around them that have a different perception of what their value should be, and you know, and I think what their value should be, and the opportunity that they have missed out on.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes you think, I'm doing very well in South Africa, and I'm doing, 100 G's, a week.
Yeah.
I want to keep that all to myself. Rather than investing and say, okay, if I invest this 100 G's, in about 6 months, I could be making 300, but I'm going to have to invest to make it happen. And some guys are just not interested in going far.
Yeah.
And we've had issues because we always thought about going far. There was another artist that we worked with called Bhovamania.
Okay.
She came out with a hit EP, a hit track that was #1 on radio and everything here, doing okay here.
Yeah.
But what our analytics said that she was doing better in France than here.
Yeah.
And we said, you know what? Scrap South African play.
Focusing on
Let's
France.
let's go to France, because the numbers are saying French people are loving your stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, it's gonna cost us 150 or whatever to go and plant you there, but that's from a cultural investor point of view. We're going to invest that, and we want it back.
Yeah.
To her, it was no France. I'm away from home.
Yeah.
150. Oh my God, I'm gonna owe you 150. And she procrastinated until
And fumble the momentum.
fumbled the momentum.
Oof.
So people, it's all on the artist.
Yeah. So I want to bring you back, Benza, to to the AKA's career. So Alter Ego, AKA brand is bigger than the music.
Right.
What are the pitfalls of being an artist who is a bigger brand than your music? Why was it problematic?
Actually, we didn't see it as problematic.
Yeah.
The only part that was problematic was that he wasn't, we weren't able to increase his performance fees.
Okay.
Like a rapid.
Okay.
When you have a hit song, your fee
goes up.
goes up quicker.
Okay.
So that was only pitfall, but it's part of, for us, it was part of, it's a long-term plan.
Yeah.
It's a 20-year plan. It wasn't like a two-year plan.
Yeah.
So yes, that was the pitfall, and there was some frustration there.
Yeah.
Because, he always wanted to be wearing the latest and always wanting to have the nice watch.
Yeah.
That was the only pitfall.
Yeah.
But the bright side of it and the positive side of it was that now you have a brand that everybody is following, everybody wants to see next. And then you go in studio and you create some amazing music.
Yeah.
And then you drop the new album.
Levels.
And it just changes everything because the brand is
here,
Yeah.
and the music you drop is now here.
Oof.
So now both you and
I'm moving in on the same
and the
level.
music
Yeah.
are on the same level. So
Yeah.
that's from that point on, we were unstoppable.
Yeah. Please walk us through the production of Levels. You know, what do you recall the most about Levels?
What we've always done, you know, as a, because like I said, we were never a record label. I never had a role as a A&R or marketing director or head of local division.
Yeah.
I had all of them at the same time.
Yeah, you're wearing all the hats.
We all had at the same time. We would we will only select artists that have, you know, the 8 factors in many ways.
Yeah.
Knows their strength
Yeah.
in production, knows the strength in writing.
Yeah.
Know who they want to work with as producers.
Yeah.
Know who they want to do a feature with. Now, with Kenan, when it came to the music, I'll probably say my influence was maybe 20%, 25%.
Yeah.
And that actually only came from one, introducing him to other American rappers and West African rappers.
Yeah.
That was one. I think my other influence was probably for the money.
Yeah. Because that's a big influence.
Yeah, because we wanted to do crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to find the money to do it.
Yeah.
And my only influence after that was like in the sessions or after the sessions,
Yeah.
listening to music, giving my 1 or 2 inputs.
Yeah.
I was there for Run Jozi.
No.
I was there for a few of the sessions in Cape Town.
Okay.
But most of it was Kenan and Tips and his crew.
Yeah.
Producing it. I was so happy that I was there for Run Jozi.
Yeah.
And that's when I actually knew, there was 2 times that I knew that Level's going to be freaking amazing.
Yeah.
One was when I was there in a studio session for Run Jozi, how him and KO put that track together.
Yeah.
I wish we would have.
So they didn't send each other the beats. They all recorded at the same
They
time.
were at that same time.
Should have been nice if you recorded
back and forth, and the competitive level was fucking on another level. I've never seen Kenan say, let me do this again over and over again because it's just not right. I've never seen him do something 20 times, 25 times because he knew that KO was right there, and what KO was going to do next might be better than him. And KO is the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, him and, what's his name, you know, who wrote that, probably the most important verse in South African music history. It has so many quotables.
Was that Run Jozi?
Run Jozi verse.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. That whole album.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole single.
Yeah.
Plus the verse. We knew it was gonna be an iconic verse because Kenan lay his first.
Yeah.
Then KO lay his.
Yeah.
And Kenan's like, no one's leaving the studio until I put a 3rd verse on.
Yeah.
He was like, like my 2nd verse.
Yeah.
Because we thought we were done.
Yeah. He's like, no.
Yeah, he's like, nah.
Yeah.
We're not leaving here.
Yeah.
So we're not leaving here until we're there. Because he already like, fuck, okay, that verse. That verse. That kind of killed me. And we stayed. We were up until the sun came up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he can lay that last verse. Yeah. Even that little bridge.
Yeah. Which one is that?
The one KO did on Run Jozi.
What's the bridge? I thought, what does it say?
It's like a little singing bridge.
Oh, it's a little singing
bridge. I'm not really doing this.
Okay.
But you know, you can bring in the sound.
But you know what's dope is I think a lot of people did not appreciate AKA's verse when it dropped. I think there was. I mean, I think a lot of people felt KO had a superior verse at the time. But I think after a while, 10 years or whatever period it is, I saw a lot of people saying, but hold up. Did you really pay attention to what AKA said on that verse?
Yeah.
You know, I think there was a lot more appreciation for that verse because I think he really speaks very thought-provoking things.
That whole single.
Yeah.
It's like it's lived. You know, right now, people are still using it.
Nicely.
It's aged nicely.
Aged very well.
It's still current.
Yeah.
Everything they talked about. Kenan told his life story.
Yeah.
And then he ended on the last verse about like the worldview.
The world. Oof.
You know, like no.
Yeah.
No. But
But I was saying, even that little bridge part that KO sings.
Okay.
Kenan had to get that out of KO. KO was like, I'm done with my verse. My verse is the hottest shit. I'm
Yeah,
outta-
I don't need to do anything.
But he's like, no, come on. He's like,
There's
give me
something else.
give me something. Give me that cash damn thing. You know that thing that you said.
We need to look for that bridge. It's just been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, and he made KO bring that out. KO was like, hey, you can ask KO. KO, KO like, I'm done. I'm finished.
No.
Oh, you need that. You need that.
Yeah, like no, come back, nigga. We need this.
Yeah, he directed. You directed that out of KO, and KO laced it, and it just made the track complete. I remember we had a listening session. I think it was in Melville.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those, those thin clubs or bars, and we took it over for a daytime. And we played.
But Benza, we are not having listening sessions at the time where you guys are doing listening sessions. We have a lot more listening sessions right now. Like almost every artist is doing a listening session. But you guys,
we started the listening session. We started with a lot of things. Kenan used to challenge me and say, "Listen, our motto is unprecedented, and that's what we're going to be. We're going to be unprecedented in so many things."
Yeah.
We didn't do it. Wasn't polished.
Okay.
It wasn't at a nice little bar restaurant.
Where there's now all this
where
thing
you invite music industry people and celebrities.
That's what it looks like right now.
Yeah, and
that's the blueprint.
But we got there. Yeah. But we got there eventually. But ours was, this music's for the street. We're gonna take over a bar in Melville, and we're gonna just tell people to come.
Yeah.
And people came. Ooh. And so that's how we tested the music. The listening session was with fans.
Yeah.
And some of the cool people who were on the album. And I saw the reaction to Run Jozi, and I knew. And then the other time was All Eyes on Me
with Burna.
Yes, that's when those two records made me believe that this is going to be a diamond setting album. But I think it's triple diamond, at this stage. It's one of the best selling albums.
But I mean, look, Benza,
it's all genre in South Africa.
No, it's a big song. Benza, I mean, I'm gonna make you pivot a bit.
Okay.
This is a big song, All Eyes on Me. But All Eyes on Me is one of the many collaborations between AKA and Burna. We also had the Proudest with All Eyes on Me. I'm not sure but also I think there were songs on Dalessa's album that they all did together. What happened to AKA and Burna? Because we all don't know.
What do you mean, what happened to AKA? And
where did they fall out?
No, actually, I think that if there was a fallout, because they really saw each other as in sync, as brothers.
Yeah.
We went to Nigeria one time. There's a story, we went to Nigeria to win to win an award,
Yeah. So it's the case.
Because it's kind of, it's obvious at that time we were just winning awards.
Yeah, I know, everywhere.
And we were supposed to return the next day to come back to South Africa.
Yeah.
And I lost Kenan. I couldn't find Kenan anywhere.
In Nigeria.
Yeah, anywhere in Lagos. Like, where's Kenan? And like a day have gone by, still can't find him. I had to push the flight out. Mother's calling me. Where's my son? When is he supposed to be back? I'm panicking. And I can't find Kenan.
Yeah.
Searching Lagos, calling everybody, the radio station, whatever. And he finally came online. He finally came up and sent me a picture of him. Like, the old Fela Kuti pictures where Fela is wearing just a brief?
Yeah.
Him and Burna smoked out. So that's what they've been doing for the last 3 days.
Oh, man.
Smoking, eating jollof, eating pepper soup.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And he just forgot. He just forgot about the world.
Yeah.
He just forgot about the world. So he and Burna were
real brotherhood.
There was brotherhood. Because the thing is, he saw in Burna like what people are probably saying in Burna over the last 3 years. Yeah. There was a talent there. There was something that matched his level. Because, you hang out with other artists, you do stuff with other artists. Sometimes you bring them up. Sometimes
Yeah.
But he thought him and Burna was such a match, and that connection was there. And I think if anything that happened between them was probably two kings.
Okay.
Two kings in the same.
Couldn't be in the same space.
And I think that would probably, if there's any friction, was like two kings were there.
No, for sure.
So someone had to separate.
Yeah, they couldn't function the same kingdom.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look, I think they're probably some of the biggest African artists of our generation, AKA and Burna, because I think what they've done musically, but just the talent they both possess is just unmatched. You know, crazy. So Levels plays out and great success. But at what point now do you fall out with AKA? Because after Levels, we have Touch My Blood.
Yes.
But then you're not in.
Great album.
I mean, it's interesting. You can actually admit it was a great album.
That's a fucking amazing album.
Do you look at it and say, oh, I would have loved to have that? I would have loved it under my stable.
Okay, well, newsflash for your fans and for you. I worked on that album.
Oh, for real?
Of course. Well, first of all, two of the songs that we put out, 2 or 3 of the songs we put out on that album.
Oh, on the 5th season.
Yeah, Kenan and I, even though we had that breakaway, we stayed in communication.
Okay.
I still got the songs. I still listened to the songs. I didn't share with people.
Yeah.
I didn't tell them the times that he and I had our lunch, had our breakfast meetings. You know, I was still involved in that album, but as but not as an executive producer, not as a label.
Yeah, because the exec was Prince Costinho and
yeah. So Kenan thought, we have been together for maybe 7-8 years. He thought that it was time for him to
branch out
and do his own thing. Which was good.
Yeah.
But the people he was doing with weren't right for him.
Okay.
They had kind of, in our industry, whisper in his ear about things that he should be doing. They told him that he should be, he should be spending his money on material things. You saw the promo, that helicopters and and the 5 cars. So that's what they thought that he should be doing, rather than be more strategic. And I think he at that age, I think he was probably 28, 29. And then we were working together for so long, he just felt like,
maybe it's time.
Let me go try it out. And for us, we're like, okay, all right, cool. Try it out.
Yeah.
Just do it the right way. We don't think the people who you're doing it with
are the right
people, but it's time that you go and learn on your own and do it. Tiamo went with him, which was a
so Tiamo was it 5th season?
Tiamo started 5th season.
Okay.
Yeah, and Tiamo went with him because when he first went with Prince for 3 or 4 months, his life was in shambles, his booking was in shambles, his logistics was in shambles. So Tiamo came to me and said, Kenan needs me. What do you think? Because Kenan needs to get off the road because things are like flopping. Yeah. So Tiamo went over, left us, went there. But like I said, Tiamo and I communication was happening. Kenan and I communication was happening.
Yeah.
Even to the release of the album. The World Is Yours is on there.
Yeah.
Kaifer's song is on there.
Yeah.
So those are
5th season.
Those are 5th seasons roughly, yeah. So if we had a really bad relationship, I wouldn't have licensed those for that but I knew those songs completed that album and it would make the album just as great as
I know. It's crazy, Benz. How come you don't share the stories? Because it's like, for a lot of people, we just thought, listen, he came out of 5th season with no music and created music in BIM season.
Yeah.
In BIM
Africa.
BIM group. In BIM group.
Prince.
So it's like, so he actually came with music from 5th season that were big songs.
Yeah.
What Is Yours was a big song.
Yes. What Is Yours is on that album. That was also as a single. It was a single that was released earlier, 5th season. Silly Kaifer song was released earlier. Yeah.
What is the budget on the What Is Yours video?
The What Is Yours video, I thought back then I thought that was the biggest budget.
Yeah.
Which was like 275.
Yeah.
275,000. I thought it was the biggest budget, but
where is this shot, Benzo?
Thailand.
Oof.
Yeah.
So he took Bonan to Thailand, and
he took the director.
Yeah.
Took the 2 or 3 crew to Thailand. Yeah.
Such a big investment. It's a real bag.
But you should have heard the first time I heard the demo.
Yeah.
The World Is Yours.
Yours.
Oh my God. When I heard that demo, I was like, this is our song. This is our song, dog. This is our song. This is going to just kill it. We're going to make it bad.
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna make the money back because the song was that good. It has to have a video that looks as good as it, and we'll make it back. And we made it back.
Yeah.
We made it back 3 times, 4 times, 10 times. Well, we made it back.
Yeah. So you know that there's something that you mentioned about having the right team. What is the right team, Benza? What does that even mean?
What does it mean to have the right team?
Yeah. What does it look like?
I think they have to be as hungry as you.
Okay.
They have to be into your product as you. They have to not been doing it for like for fame, or for like for access to other people.
Yeah.
The team has to be nowadays in 2025. I think you got to lead with um, a lawyer. I think you got to lead with a lawyer out of the box.
Okay.
A content creator team.
Yeah.
Your digital guys, your marketing guys. You have to lead with them. Your producer / engineer. If you're lucky to find a producer that teams up with you to create music with you.
Yeah.
And engineer your stuff. And then you need a manager to manage all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've already mentioned 6 or 7 different guys that you need. Then you need a booking service.
Okay.
Booking a touring. It's because it's a business, man.
Yeah.
It's like you have to think of your music and your art and your creativity as a music. Because if you do it right, there's many income streams. You can sell products, all kinds of products, whether they be merchandises. There's not just t-shirts and hoodie anymore.
Yeah.
Merchandising is like watches.
Yeah.
It's like umbrellas. It's
Photos, there's a Snickers.
Yeah, even you can sell water. You can merchandise is anything nowadays. Yeah. So that's one way. Brand activities, being a brand influencers. You can appear in movies. You can appear in TV shows. You can have your own TV show, your own cooking show.
Yeah, for sure. Those things like that. Yeah.
So it's endless. If you don't see yourself as a business, don't step to me.
Yeah.
Don't even talk to me. You gotta stay, and you gotta see it. If you see yourself as a business, then when I say to you, you need these services to enhance your creativity. You need this sort of writing camp. You need this production camp to help make the best music that you can. If you're not gonna listen to that, then don't step to me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Benza, I want to talk about this.
I don't want to talk about it.
But you can tell me on the surface. Because for me, it's like, I'm trying to know, like, what, I mean, do you don't want to talk about it?
No, because if you want to give it to me, I'll talk about it.
No. The reason why this is signed by Super Mega himself, so yeah. But then what I want to learn from you is, how do artists effectively collaborate with brands, a Reebok, a Nike, a Puma, or whatever brand it is, for it to make sense? So we don't have an AKA posting on Twitter saying, yo, ripped me off. What could have gone wrong with the setup?
I think it's legal.
Yeah.
It's legal, and then like forward thinking.
Okay.
If you don't have the correct legal advisor, you will sign a really bad agreement.
Okay.
If you don't have a forward thinking, you will also lose out in revenue. We had before Reebok and Cruise, which Zaz and then handle. We had Rocker Deal.
Yeah.
Right.
The headphones.
The headphones, the speakers, the other things that we did. When we got into that deal, we were being offered the Coolie China deal, where it's like, take some pictures, say that you're this, get X amount of cash, then you buy. We use your Polar, blah, blah, and that's it. No, we got the AKA deal. Which the deal was, we're gonna get the cash up front, but we're gonna get royalties on every single thing you sell.
Yeah.
Whether it's small headphones that has his face on it, his image on it, the boombox speakers, to T-shirts, to whatever that has his image on it.
Yeah.
Because it was a forward-thinking. I probably made some enemies in that contract.
Yeah.
People probably say, no, that's the hardest motherfucker to work with the industry because of that contract.
Yeah.
But we insisted.
Mm.
Yeah, they hadn't done it before.
Mm.
They hadn't done it before. They've been happy. They've been doing it this way, and they're not going to change. And
Yeah.
then fuck it.
We're good.
We're good. We're not
Yeah.
going to be there
Yeah.
unless you agree to our terms that we're going to have revenue for as long as you have products on the shelf
Yeah.
that have AKA image on it. We will get our
Without
royalties. Yeah, royalties, and we got royalties for years. Even when you moved on to other things.
Mhm. You told me you're still receiving
We're still-
royalties for this thing.
Yeah.
8 years later.
Not 8 years, no, maybe like 4 or 5 years, because they're not selling it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if they were still selling it, if they decide to bring it back,
Yeah.
they would
they would pay you royalties.
But they have other products now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But if I was even more forward thinking,
Yeah.
I would have asked them for a share of Rocker itself, because AKA blew up Rocker as a brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But would you have had the foresight at the point of signing the deal?
Well, I had the idea, but I don't think AKA brand was at that level yet. Yeah.
So
It was at the level to get royalties,
yeah,
but not necessarily at a level to own
on the ability in the business.
because that would now have cash injection, and we didn't have
the capacity.
10 million, 12 millions. Now I probably would have said, okay, cool. Here's a history of our music, and Tony, I would have gone to NetBank or ABSA,
Yeah.
or FMB, and get that 12 million
Yeah.
and invested there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to talk about something very specific that you mentioned, which is contracts. I
Mm-hmm.
think there's this perception that all contracts are set in stone.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people believe just because, think about when you take a phone deal or whatever, a card deal, or a lot of contracts are thrown at you, and I think the perception is just because it's been sent to me, then I need to sign it.
Not all contracts.
I said
set
it.
in stone. Yo, no, never, never
Yeah.
take that.
Yeah.
That's for sure. If anything you're learning from this
Yeah.
podcast is, do not take the first contract that comes to you,
Yeah.
especially when it comes from a label.
Yeah.
From a major label. That is, and I've seen that in reality, because I remember for the AKA license agreement that we got from Sony,
Yeah.
we beat that shit until we got what we wanted, right?
Yeah.
Right. And then a few years later, I'm trying to sign Trezor to them.
Yeah.
And you think they would give me the contract that we've already beaten,
Yeah.
because they already know. But they give
Started
me
from the scratch, the
Yeah.
old AKA
old-
contract before you bid it.
And like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But that's just
That's business.
that's legal. That's record. Yeah. So now I had to beat that contract again.
Yeah.
Even got a better deal than what we got for Kenan.
Yeah.
Then we went back for Manu.
Mm.
2 or 3 years left on that. And the same thing. I got that contract. I was like,
Yeah.
why would you do that?
Yeah.
And that's a record label.
Yeah.
From us, and maybe that was not a good thing as a businessman, but every time we beat up our contract to
Yeah.
fit what's happening in that year,
Yeah.
that's fair for everybody. If a new artist comes, that's the contract we take forward.
Yeah.
So the argument back and forth is fewer.
Yeah.
It's less, right? Because now, if you when we want to look at it and say, oh, how long is it? Okay, it's already not that long.
Yeah.
Oh, what percentage? I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
Mhm.
The conversation goes much quicker,
Yeah.
because we already know that
Mm.
you kind of know the percentages that are out there.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get the Sony deal that said you get 5%, and now you have to argue for
For 20%.
8 or
Yeah.
10%, and
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, no, we can't give you that.
Mm.
I have to speak to headquarters. I have to speak to New York first. Let me speak to New York before I can change that.
Yeah.
They can change it
change
there.
right now.
They can change it there.
Yeah. Benza, let's talk contracts. What?
Now you're getting into what I get paid for as a consultant now.
Listen, at least they're seeing what Benza can do, so they
No.
need to get you to teach people in this space.
Okay.
Yeah. But what I want to know, Benza, is call Benza. He's the guy. He's the plug.
We got management services for you.
Mm-hmm.
We have booking services for you. We have legal services for you.
Let's
Give
go.
us a call. All our years, almost 3 decades of knowledge,
Yeah.
you get that. You
That's
get that right away. Fast track all your negotiation. Fast track your career
Mhm.
from here to here.
Yeah,
in a minute.
let's go. Let's go. Benza, tell me, what contracts are in the game right now? You know, we hear terms like 360 deals and
Yeah, there's so many contracts.
But what are the standard ones?
There's so many contracts because there's so many players involved.
Yeah.
You got distribution contract, license contract.
I need you to break each down quickly.
Oh no. Like I said, that's a different.
Yeah.
That's now you're taking.
No. It's just
I'm just going to tell you where they are. I'm not going to write them down.
Okay.
Right. That's maybe for another episode.
All right.
Or something else that we're going to do as a tutorial.
Yeah.
You know.
For the other stuff we want to do. Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, no, it's fair.
Yeah, see? This guy, like a record label. They could use me.
Listen, I got the cream of the crop in this room, and I can't pretend I don't have because I mean, look, we're just hearing a lot of the stories of people complaining about contracts. My contract is bad. And we just like, what are those contracts?
Yeah, no, they're lots. Because there's so many players.
Okay.
There's so many things. There's so many moving parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mentioned, artist agreement, management agreement, booking agreement, touring agreement, distribution agreement, license agreement. You can even have a joint venture agreement. And you have to have producer agreement, and you have to have feature artist agreement, and you have songwriting splits agreement. Then you have to have your agreement with your CMO and your PRO, you know, for publishing. There's lots. Because it's a fucking $300 billion business. What do you expect?
Yeah, it's multifaceted.
Yeah, what do you expect it to be? And be like, oh, God, I'm just dancing. I'm just dancing on stage, and I just had the hot music.
Yeah.
No.
It's multi-layered.
Yeah.
So, Benza, what kind of artists would be able to sign all these contracts without legal consultation? Like, how smart are you to be able to do that?
No, you can't do that. Even I can't do that.
Yeah. So
with my years, because contracts changing, right?
Yeah.
You know, we're in the streaming world.
Yeah.
We've actually come in contact with Europe and America. Their contracts are different.
Yeah.
So when they want to license a product, like say we did something with Ami Faku, who featured on the Bob Marley, I think it was 8 years.
Yeah, that's also it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was the only South African on that.
How'd you get on something like that?
A connection in your relationship, you know. Peace out to my.
You're the guy.
Keep it coming.
I mean, how often do you get like an artist put on a Bob Marley album?
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It's very rare that it happens. But yeah, it's because being in the right place and right time, and also having good relationship, you know, and not having school people over. People see you as someone who's trustworthy and someone who knows that if they come and bring a product to you, it won't be, you know, a once-off.
Yeah.
You know, there will be some sort of benefit to them as well from a relationship. But I was talking about the Amifaku one because we got, you know, 2 new agreements that came with that I've never really seen before with different clauses, because they had to do with Europe and also Jamaica, you know. So I can't sit here and say that I know it all.
Yeah.
So I had to get a lawyer.
Yeah.
To after I check it out, things that I had questions with, I sent it to a lawyer to help me finalize, and they had the conversation with the lawyers, and it took a while.
Yeah. Do you trust ChatGPT to give you insights?
Well, I don't trust ChatGPT
to go through a contract.
To finalize a contract, but I trust ChatGPT to say these are the red flags.
Okay.
Yeah, to give you a first
impression
these are the red flags. They won't be able to say, okay, with this, it might say these are the red flags, these are the options that you can go with.
Yeah.
But I don't think they will say out of the 3 options, take one.
Yeah.
You know, because it's gonna come if you type in ChatGPT that from an artist point of view, what's good, what's best, it's gonna give you what's best. But remember, there's 2 people negotiating. You know, it's gonna give you everything for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes I don't know if this guy, there was a guy who approached me for a long time to sign a publishing deal with me. Maybe he went to ChatGPT. That's why. Because I said, yeah, cool, I will send you my publishing agreement. I didn't really want to. It was I think 2023, late 2023, when, you know, we just lost Kenan and I wasn't really at my right state. Yeah. But he was recommended by someone who was a cool kid. You know, and I said, okay, I listened to his music. I said, it's possible only thing I can probably do for you right now, maybe it's a publishing deal.
Yeah.
So I sent him the publishing deal, and he came back with questions, 4-page question, bigger than mine.
But
My
and you're like, hold up. With the sound questions though.
yeah, but it went all over the place. And I think there was Chat GPT. Yeah, you put it in because it was all over. They was mixing all agreement within disagreement. You know, how long would the record deal before? How many albums was? I'm like, ask, you know, and when I do gigs, what percentage? I'm like, no, it's a publishing agreement. So you probably went to Chat GPT and ask it what should the artist and it gives you 4 pages, and then you send it to me. I just replied to him and said, I'm not interested at this time. Thank you. That's it. That's the last I heard from him. Last he heard from me.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah.
I didn't have time to
be dealing with that.
Yeah.
Benza, you know, one thing that I'm going to appreciate about you in our interactions is your awareness of your capabilities. You know, I had a coffee with you a couple of weeks ago, and you were telling me about this one artist who needed A, B, C, D from you, and you were clear to say, "Yo, listen, what I can do for you is A. I'm no longer in the business of B, C, D, E." And it's quite interesting. Why is that important for you?
Well, I think in every, you know, everybody must know their weaknesses and their strength, but most importantly, their preferences.
Okay.
Right. I didn't start Fifth Season because I was like a hip hop fanatic. I was just a music fanatic.
Yeah.
So that's why you saw that, you know, it wasn't like a Imbala Noise, or it wasn't like a Ambitious, where there was one type of music and one type of music, you know, one type of artist. It's. I know I've gotten to the point where I have this wealth of knowledge, this wealth of experience in this relationship, right? So it's gotten to a point where I now know, you know, sort of the road that I need to take.
Yeah.
To, you know, for the rest of my career, or for my business career. And I'm only gonna pick artists or relationship that I'm going to be a record label, independent record label that has 6 different artists, 8 different artists on that. When I know in the near future, or right now actually, artists can be their own label.
Yeah.
You know, why do I need to become their label? Why do I need to take on the burden of the financial burden? Why do I have to take on the burden of marketing?
Yeah.
When you, as an artist, can actually either get a team to market, or you can actually do it yourself off the ground. You have social media, you have digital media. To learn how to monetize YouTube is something that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
To learn how to boost on YouTube is something that's on
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, you know, so you as a talent getting started, you need to learn to do that, and then eventually move it on to a team to help you.
Yeah.
Or go to there's a couple of management services agency that are out there now, or label services agencies that are out there now, like Booyah Agency is one of them.
Okay.
I work with them. If there's an artist who, you know, have had a spike in their career, they want to take it to the next level, I would suggest you go to Booyah Agency, because they have that digital marketing in-house. They have that booking and touring, you know, management in-house, and they have record label services. And they're not going to be a record label. So if I team up with an artist that I really like, it will probably most likely look like a joint venture.
Okay.
Rather than a record label, old record label deal. And after the joint venture happens, and after we release music together, and only after that, I get to know you, and your personality, and the irks, and everything else, before I will go into a management relationship.
Why does that matter? Why does my personality matter?
Oh, it does matter. For me, as a boutique agency, it does matter a lot, because we don't want to have 10 people that we don't have. We're just fighting, or we don't have great personality. We have a major personality clash. It matters, because I'm supposed to be, you know, the engine of your, you know, of your ship, or your plane.
Yeah.
Right. And if, you know, if I have the power to take you from LA to Singapore, but you only want to go LA to Boston, it'd be a waste of my
Time and resources.
time and resource. Yeah.
Yeah.
A complete waste of my time and resource. No, not especially if there are people who are trying to get to Singapore.
Yeah.
From LA.
Yeah.
I rather team up with those people. Yeah. And you can tell nowadays. You can tell those people. You know, we've learned the hard way. We teamed up with some people, partnered with some artists before that we thought they had it, but we realized they didn't have it. But now I can sense it now from my experience. It's like you know, being a baker.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you don't need all the measured ingredients to the
You can
like
because you know master. I mean, you've 15 years in the game. Is it 15?
more, yeah, two decades.
Oof.
2 decades in the game from like a label culture investor
Yeah.
point of view, but way before that, I've been in the music industry or creative industry probably since high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like you're right. That's just only 20 years since high school.
Yeah. So wow, Benza, you've been at it. You've been at it.
Yeah.
You know the one thing that I've seen you speaking, AKA, I mean, you know, you speaking about levels, is that you recently addressed the issue around Simdop. You know, did AKA buy Simdop from Casper? Because you were around AKA at the time Simdop was being done. Was it a Casper song? What do you know of Simdop? Because you addressed it.
Yeah, no, it's not. The answer is no.
Yeah.
There's no we didn't get any sample of their music. You know, we did not do anything. Actually, if anything, if Kenan heard a Casper song, he wanted to do the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no.
He was not the kind of artist who would want to bite.
There's no truth in that. Well, you want to bite from someone he felt is like a really great artist, but it's Casper. So there.
Do you know what you just say there?
What did I say?
You said he would wanted to buy it from an artist he believes is a really great artist.
Yes.
But it's Casper. He wouldn't want to buy it from Casper.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Casper, don't get it wrong. Casper is a great entertainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking great entertainer. I love it. Actually, my favorite song.
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite song of Casper, right?
It's what?
And it's actually the worst.
Which song?
Which song is that?
I hope it's my man made it.
I can say it now since Kenan is not
Yeah.
around.
Is it my back to back?
No, Puma Kim.
Oh, that was a dope song. Oh, that's
Puma
a fire.
Kim.
Ah, that's a fire song.
That's
So Benza, when you hear Puma Kim, when these guys are beefing, what are you thinking?
I love Puma Kim. I like
It's a dope
song.
It's a dope joint.
Oh,
I think that's one of his best works.
And the Kenan is not around.
No, it's one of his best works. I mean, Puma Kim, even his delivery, even his lyricism.
I wish I worked on that song. I would have deleted the AKA part, but hey.
Yeah, no. I mean, the producer of Puma Kim produced Beyonce's Drunken Love.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, he produced Beyonce's Drunken Love. So he was, I mean, you know, that beat everything.
Yeah,
but also Casper really came through. You know, I just
he came through. I like that. That's my favorite Casper song. And we were, you know, they came to me, approached me to sign them.
To sign Casper?
Yeah.
What year is that?
T-Lee, actually. What year? God, man. Maybe, I don't know, 2012, 2013. Okay. I don't know what year that was, but I couldn't.
Why is that?
Because Kenan said, if you sign him, I'm out.
Oof. Still out?
Yeah.
But you would have considered it.
No,
if you didn't have that ultimatum.
No, I wouldn't have considered it.
Okay.
I wish I did. As a businessman, if I was strictly a businessman, because Casper made a lot of money.
Yeah.
As a businessman, I would have just looked at the money, but we're not connecting. We don't connect musically. We don't connect. Like I said, I only listen.
But also, I don't think he had an identity at the time he came to you, because he was doing different kind of stuff. No, he was doing like he had a Nigerian sound. He had like he did have an identity.
It was gonna be hip hop, but pop. Yeah, he had an identity.
So you could have signed Casper.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, it could have been. We could have been signed. It could have been Casper and AKA. If I was
a Sony or Universal.
Okay.
But I was a boutique.
Yeah,
Still a boutique.
so it's just too intimate.
It's too intimate. It was too connected. There was the friction there. And also, like, I wasn't feeling the music. And I wasn't feeling stuff. I mean, what was that? What was the song at that time? Gusheshula.
Gushesh was a big song though.
Not
You're not
big-
feeling
I
that?
wasn't feeling Gusheshula.
Oh, that was something.
Yeah, the chorus.
Yeah.
But then everything else is just.
So Benza, now that we're here, I want you. But also,
What are you doing? What is this now?
no.
This is Mac G.
No, it's not. But look, Benza, it sounds like you've had opportunity to sign many artists that we don't know about. Who are some of those artists?
Oh, Shoma Jozi.
Shoma Jozi.
Yeah, Shoma Jozi.
Why did you pass?
Once again, it just appeared to me like the branding and the branding wasn't real to me.
Okay.
It wasn't something that I could relate to and connect with.
Was that before John Cena?
That was before John Cena.
Okay.
You know, she had another hit before that.
But she was also on Okay Malume Kukat song.
Yeah. I think that was the buzz.
Please.
That was the buzz that was happening.
Yeah.
So we had a chat with her, but we didn't sign her.
Okay.
Who else? Heavy K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Also, then we
Didn't connect music.
we didn't. It wasn't necessarily the music. It was just that he was in a very shaky space.
What does that mean?
Meaning that he had just left another label, another manager. It was a bad relationship. Things weren't good. So he was this trust
Okay.
was guided.
Okay.
And in my being a boutique, there has to be trust.
Yeah.
You have to be able to say, Kenan, I trust you musically. Go to Sun City, and here's the money. Go create with whoever, because I know you're gonna bring me back quality shit. The same thing with Benza. I don't have to talk to Benza every day. Benza's handling Sony. He's handling that stuff. He will report to me 2 weeks
The
later.
trust is a big.
Yeah. I'm going to this gig on Friday. I'm going to this gig. I'm gonna work for a month.
Yeah.
Then Benza will give me my payment later.
Yeah.
Because there's trust built in there. Because I'm not gonna. Because if I'm gonna be on stage, I know Benza has collected. That's the trust.
Yeah.
If Benza hasn't,
You don't have to double check.
I don't have to
Oh,
double
Benza,
check,
did you
triple
get?
check.
I thought you got the money.
POP, none of that stuff. Yeah, and that's And Heavy has probably been burned before, and so it was.
Yeah, trust. Yeah. Who else could you have signed?
Ish. Something Soweto.
Oh, damn.
Something Soweto.
Yeah.
Him and a group that he was in.
The Soil.
Not the Soil. And another one.
The Fridge.
The Fridge. Oh, I love the Fridge.
Yeah.
I love Fridge. I still love something Soweto.
It sounds like a group that you would have signed.
I wanted to. I sent them paperwork and everything. We met them in the studio.
Yeah.
But Sam had just had a bad relationship
With Native Rhythm.
Yeah. So he was not in the right space. But yeah, I love this. I actually still have the unreleased recording.
Oh.
I still jam that unreleased
Yeah.
recording every now and then.
Talking unreleased recordings. Do we have unreleased AKA recordings?
Yeah, we have unreleased AKA recording, but that's something it's something you need to post to the family. You can, because the family is running their estate right now here. You have to post to a question to Tony.
Yeah.
But there are unreleased. I mean, Kenan was always making music. There are unreleased verses. There are completed songs. Yeah.
Yeah. Benz, I want to talk about one of my probably most favorite releases under fifth season. And I think it's Mass Country.
Oh, yeah.
The reason why Mass Country is really important to me is I think as a hip hop, it's probably the most introspective album I've ever had. You know? And I think if you appreciate depth, if you appreciate vulnerability, it's probably one of the most vulnerable albums we've ever listened to.
That's true.
And I want you to walk us through Mass Country.
It's a 4-year project.
Oof.
That project is a 4-year-old project. It started 4 years ago.
Yeah.
There's the project that took the longest to do.
Yeah. To make. Okay.
There's a project that probably had the most
songwriting camps.
Okay. Yeah, he was big on songwriting.
Yeah, it was at the most songwriting camp.
Yeah.
It was a project part was the most expensive that we've ever to make. The visuals also most expensive to make.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it took him a while to make Mass Country.
Yeah.
Because he had the dream way back before 2020, 2019,
Yeah.
2018. He had the dream of
When he wanted to make it a Humans Java album.
Yeah, that came in. No, actually, the Java album and even Bhovamania were placement holders.
Okay.
Because we were gonna release Mass Country, but he just didn't feel like it was
The
right.
timing was right.
Yeah.
So when you say we're gonna release Mass Country,
Like
that's the concept.
Yeah.
Okay. Before the music.
Before Bhovamania, there's supposed to be Mass Country.
Okay.
So there was gonna be Mass Country and then something else.
Okay.
But we missed deadline for Mass Country so many times because it wasn't completed. He decided, well, let's give someone something. Let's give the fans something.
Yeah.
And this sort of album, which was dedicated to his love for WrestleMania.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you shoot a video for Casino?
I like Casino.
I like Casino a lot.
I like Casino.
I think there's a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I mean, he performed it on live.
Yeah.
With Soma Jozi.
He made a decision which song do you make a video for.
Yeah.
That was his call. And when an artist makes those kind of decision, we
trust.
We trust and fall in line.
Yeah.
Whatever there might be.
Yeah.
Personal.
Have you had reservations with any of the music at a point where you thought maybe this is not the song?
Oh, I mean, for a music video?
Yeah, from a music video, or maybe from a leading single point of view.
Yeah. I mean, even back in Alter Ego, there was a song, Ladies is Pimp 2, that he wanted to put out. Actually, that was me saying no to that one. The question is, what did he put out that I did not like?
Yeah, that you had reservations with. Or music that you thought should have led that didn't lead.
Music that should have led that didn't lead. I have to go to the...
Yeah.
I liked... there's a song on Mass Country that it's a song. It's my favorite song on Mass Country.
Is it Crown?
Crown.
Yeah, Crown with MT.
Yeah,
no, that's that song.
Yes.
Yeah.
The song that
you would have liked to lead with that.
Before Paradise.
No, I agree.
Yeah, it should have come.
I agree.
Paradise.
I agree.
We should have shot for that one rather than Paradise. My
yeah, that's your feeling.
But that's what he wants.
It's his creative direction.
His creative direction, and I think he's also saw the benefit of having a Ghanaian feature artist on it.
Yeah.
And then he also was, in a good relationship with what's the future other guy?
Kid Dominant.
No.
Who's that? Which song?
On Paradise.
The Musa Keys?
Musa Keys.
Yeah.
He and Musa Keys.
They're good. Yeah, music.
So he wanted to do that.
Do more with him. Back to Mass Country. So yeah. So there's a lot, it's the biggest investment, AKA music-wise, as an album. A lot of camps, big budget, better visuals. What's his headspace in during this record?
Oh, I remember that time period was really, ups and downs. So that's another reason why, Mass Country was put on hold a few times. Yeah. His headspace, it was up and down. We went through COVID. We went through the loss of his wife, him being happy and overjoyed, him being really depressed. So that, but overall, he wanted to put a Mass Country out, because of something that represents South Africa.
Yeah.
South I was his number one priority. South I and the people who live in South Africa was number one priority.
Yeah.
And he knew that the competition that we're having with
I'm a piano,
but just outside I'm a piano. West African music,
okay.
East African music, Afrobeat. He had to put out something that was strong enough that he can tour the world with. Yeah, right. Interesting fact.
Kenan was planning on the back of Mass Country to spend some time in the US.
No.
And just write and produce, take the
Oh.
African flavor
into the
to LA.
US. Yeah.
Yeah, so our run was supposed to be Mass Country runs, do the whole promotion for Mass Country, do the whole gig maybe for a year of Mass Country within Africa, in South Africa, and then take a 6 months break in the US and just write and produce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very rounded album. I mean, look, I think I'll always talk about
Isn't it still in the top 10? Either top 10 or top 20.
hip hop. It's a hip hop album.
Yeah, right now. Still screaming.
Oh, damn.
AKA is still top 10 the most followed hip hop artist right now. It's all due to the legacy.
Yeah, the legacy.
Yeah, the music that he left us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was listening to Ami, and it's like, how strange is it that you listen to an artist who literally like is able to see beyond what we experience. I think here's a verse that says, ANC in the pot, democracy flopped, the whites want to rock, the lights go off. And that's what we're experiencing. We have this whole white people, Afrikaner people are migrating to the US.
Yeah.
How do you have an artist speak on such things 3 years ago? And that's what we're dealing with right now.
That's
What kind of an artist is
That's
that?
what artists. That's what artistry is. You're supposed to speak about things that are happening around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, speak to happening at home, what's happening in the world. That's what artistry is. You're supposed to be the voice of the now,
Yeah.
the voice of the voiceless, people who can't really have the space.
Yeah.
And you took that to another level because that's what a true artist is.
Yeah. So, Benza, I can't begin to understate your investment in the AKA brand. I say that because I don't know if there's enough people who can convince me to invest in the potential to the extent of which you invested in his potential.
I was kind of crazy. Like I said, I lost 2 business partners because of that.
Oof.
And Linnell left and because they didn't see it either. So they probably had the same view as you. I can't see that I can invest so much money into an artist. Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Would I do it again?
In the same extent, with the same intensity?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I won't do it again.
Why is that?
I think because I think that the game has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would definitely back an artist, but not to the extent that I did.
Yeah.
With Kenan.
Yeah.
As far as financially and as far as the many hours I ever spent.
Yeah.
I lost time with my children.
Yeah.
I didn't go to gala, swimming galas. I didn't make it to, year-end events with my children. I lost a lot of time.
Yeah.
So investing in money-wise and also my time-wise, I won't do it again. I didn't. There's only one time that I wasn't there for the delivery of my children.
Yeah.
And that time was I was stuck in Congo, Brazzaville with Kenan.
Oof.
Our flight was delayed, postponed to the next day, and the baby came early.
Ooh.
And I missed the only time in my life, all the children that I have, that I wasn't there for.
Yeah. So now when you're having a conversation with your child, it's like, well, I heard you missed it, and you say you were pushing culture.
Yeah. And they talk. And the little one always asks questions because she wasn't there. She's like, "Were you there when Siata was born?
Yeah.
Did you hold her? Were you there? You were there for me." Mom said, and I have the pictures. But where were you?
I was in Kinshasa somewhere.
You were the first one to hold it because I had this thing. I was the first one to hold all of them.
Oh, man.
Except that one.
Except that one.
Yeah. So the sacrifice.
So you lost a lot.
Yeah, the sacrifice. You're like on the road, doing shows, being there in the cold, the freezing, being away from home, instead of paying for, this private school, you pay for a music video instead, just things like that you sacrifice throughout the years. So no, I won't go to that financial extent for an artist anymore.
and I also won't take a lot of my time like I did.
Yeah.
Like what developing Kenan or just developing the business
Yeah.
for the last 13, 15 years.
Yeah. I'm going to jump into where Benza is right now. But before I do that, how do you and AKA reconcile?
How do we?
What did that take?
You know what the thing is? I try to tell people it may have been a public fight, but we didn't fight.
Mm-hmm.
We were still hanging out. We were still doing our secret
Meetings,
lunches, and a secret thing. We were still doing that, even though there was maybe the public fight.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't when he came to me for Bhovamania.
Yeah.
You know, remember he called me from a new number. I didn't know who that was. Yeah. I don't know what happened, why he was calling from a new number, but he called me from a new number. I think it must have been 2019 or 20.
Yeah, that was right before COVID.
Yeah. And we released Bhovamania.
So Bhovamania was not done in COVID. It was done before COVID.
It was done before
and through
COVID and concluded in COVID and released.
Oh, in COVID. Okay.
In COVID as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was. I think he just knew my strength.
Yeah.
He knew why he was, why he partnered with me in the beginning.
Yeah.
And he has gone through his period of independency or a period of, I'm a man and I'm gonna do this my way now.
Yeah.
To like, if I'm gonna take my music to another level, I need to go with the person who took me from 0 to 80.
Yeah.
And I've been sort of stagnant over the last 2 years without him. So if I want to grow, I need to team up with him. For me, that no matter what the argument was on Twitter, he was, he's someone who was, like a son to me. Then he became,
because you've typically raised it.
Yeah, he became a brother to me. We shared, being girl dads together. We would have our conversation about being a girl dad, and he always talked to me about how I helped him shape, his girl dad. Why he wanted to be so much close with his children because he saw me. Yeah, so it became that we became a partnership from a record label and an artist to a partnership. Since Bhovamania, we got into a 50-50 joint venture partnership. Yeah, he didn't come back to be an artist. He came back
to a partner.
Well, he came back to be an artist, but I said, no, let's do a joint venture instead. Yeah.
So, Benza, I mean, like a lot of times when people walk away from things, it tends to be a bit hard to come back to things. Was that a hard conversation with the way you recall that call? Was it hard for him?
For him?
How did he express that bounce back?
No, it wasn't hard because, like I said, it wasn't like we were not speaking for 2 years.
Okay.
We were having it wasn't.
Okay. So it was like almost a by the way.
It was by the way, Benz, I've tried this stuff. It's not working. It's not what I want to be. I know you're good at it. Can you do the next project going forward? We have a relationship with Sony already. Let's just go and do it with Sony. And you manage Sony. I don't want to do with Sony, but you manage Sony. And then that's what I was good at. And
Is it so stressful to manage a major label?
Yes, it is stressful to manage a
It's something an artist can do for themselves.
You're taking a big risk doing it for yourself, but you can try.
Yeah, because it's too much to worry about. Is what you're saying? Because you need to be an artist, but you still need to deal with the label.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going direct. I would probably say it's tough, but if you go direct with trusted legal, I remember lawyers are lawyers. Yeah, they may have conflict of interest. They may have.
Well, is that a thing?
That is a thing. Okay. So you got to be also be careful about who your lawyer. I think Kenan said, a lawyer watching his lawyer. So you got to be very careful. But you need a lawyer on your side.
Yeah.
And you need an experienced manager on your side. A lawyer to look out for the manager to look out for the lawyer, and
Benza, when you look at fifth season, what are you most proud of?
What am I most proud of? I want to say actually that I'm most proud of the debut albums.
Yeah,
I think we did with debut albums of all our artists.
Yeah,
Kenan debut album was classic. Trezor.
Which one do you consider his debut album? Alter Ego?
I think Alter Ego is the debut album. Yeah, debut album, classic. Trezor debut album, classic. Ami Faku debut album, classic. Yeah, all the debut album, even Manu debut album, this Manu Wallstar debut album is also classic. I'm very proud of the legacy of that. All our debut albums became award winners.
Okay.
Damn.
No.
Yeah, sophomore album, those things, you've already. It's like you already laid the foundation. That's this other thing. If you fuck it up, then
Yeah.
it's on you.
So you, but the best album is the hard.
The first album is the hard album. The first album is the most difficult album. Yeah.
And when you look at AKA, what are your most fondest memories of AKA?
I think we spoke about a lot of it already. Yeah, they all. I think the most recent one was the girl dad moments. I think those my fondest memory.
How different did you become when
know,
you AKA without a child and AKA with a child? How different were those people?
I was okay. AK with his child with him.
No,
was
before
different.
no,
No,
okay.
no,
You breaking it down.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
okay.
he became a father, he still was AKA.
Okay.
He's still with Kenan.
Okay.
He didn't change. But when he was with his child, that's the change. That's a different person. But having a child, he was still the same hungry, boastful, still arrogant,
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
there. So having a child didn't change him as an artist.
Yeah.
It changed him as a person.
Yeah.
So when he was with his child, he was different. Yeah, I found this memory. I really enjoyed the fact that he kept me on my toes.
Yeah.
He was he did everything. He was a fast walker.
Yeah.
He was fast. He just wanted to be in front of things. And I like that. I missed that because he challenged me, like what next?
Yeah.
We started this thing about we did our master plan every year, at the beginning of every year.
Yeah.
We did we did our master plan.
Yeah.
And every year he would challenge to see like where my, where it's Benza taking me.
Yeah. What's the next big
where
Benza
he's-
thing?
Yeah. and if I don't put that in the master plan,
Yeah.
he'll be like, Benza, you need to add this, you need to add that.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, I didn't think about
Yeah.
that venue, or I didn't think about that. Oh, I didn't think about the mobiles. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna put the mobiles in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't think about, LA. Okay. Because he was always, he's like,
Yeah,
this is
taking
where I'm going. Yeah, and what's stopping me? I have the talent.
Yeah.
I have the talent, I have the music, I have the personality. The only thing that would stop me is my team,
Yeah.
my manager, my label. If they're not thinking that way, and I loved it, like he was always ahead of us.
Yeah.
Like metaphorically, personality wise, and just like I don't know if you guys are, even if you're walking with him,
Yeah.
just to go to the mall,
Yeah.
he was always ahead. He's never the one behind.
Yeah. He's always working ahead.
He was always in front walking. And that's also when it came to his career, he was always like, I'm gonna be, we didn't win all those awards from Sahara,
Yeah.
from the summer over Sahara
That year.
if he wasn't already thinking, I'm gonna win 3 or 4 awards.
Yeah.
He was already thinking that was part of the plan.
Yeah.
We were gonna work hard to win those awards. But once we won that award, he was like, when are we going to Nigeria?
Yeah.
When are we going to Ghana?
What's the next
When are we
thing?
going to Kenya? Yeah.
Benza, your top 5 AKA songs of all time.
Oh God, no.
Top 5.
I don't have a top 5.
You don't have it, but your favorite. What are your favorite AKA songs?
Oh my God. From Alter Ego.
Okay.
God, what is it? Did you pull it up?
Yeah.
It sampled you have Alter Ego.
Okay.
That's Mistakes. That's it.
Oh, is that on Levels?
No, it's on Alter Ego.
Oh, it's on. Okay.
Mistakes.
Oof.
Mistakes on Alter Ego. I liked it because of the sample that he used.
What somebody used?
I can't say
Yeah.
because
Wasn't cleared, people. It be like that. Be like, yeah.
But yeah, it's a reminiscent
No, man.
old sample.
Yeah.
And then also what it was about. It was a fucking good storytelling.
Yeah.
It's amazing storytelling. But we are so mad
Yeah.
because the version that you hear in Alter Ego is not the best mix.
Why is that?
You know, it's just one of those things that skipped us because, like I said, it was our first album. We didn't know. So when they brought me the first mix and master, I thought it was 100% tips that we'd done. So I went playing it to a few people, and I went. You know, there are some people who would be like, "Oh yeah, it's dope," and then there are people who are close to you
Yeah.
who would say, "Benza, that's not sounding good." So I played it for Vincent at Universal way back in the day when he worked for Universal.
Yeah.
And we played in his office because I was learning the game. So whoever I knew, I would spend time with them.
So that you can
I can steal some secrets.
Yeah.
So I was playing it for him, and he was like, "This sounds, cool music, but
So well
Benza,
mastered.
yeah, he would turn it up. Don't you hear that? Don't you hear that? Don't you hear that?" I'm like, "Oh, what?" And I'm like, you played in the, in the back then record label have like big speakers in the offices, And then I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. Called Tips, sent it back to Tips. We had a re-engineer, remaster, and all but Mistake didn't get the upgrade.
Oof.
All the songs got the upgrade except for Mistakes.
Oh.
And that's my favorite song.
Oh man.
It was my favorite. Actually, it's still number one.
Yeah.
I can go back to that song anytime.
Over and over and over.
Yeah, that's Crown. That's also dope.
Yeah.
From Levels, probably All Eyes on Me. From Touch My Blood, the one with Toomey, Star Signs.
Star Signs. Ooh. Was that done in 5th season though?
No.
Or it was post? Oh, okay.
yeah.
Ooh, that's fire.
Yeah,
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's
I guess that's
But there's a song that bothers me a lot.
and
that was done in 5th season. It's Dreamwork.
Oh,
That song is such a brilliant song.
Yes, yes.
How did it not take off, Benza?
it did.
No, but I think it didn't take off like that. It did take off, but not like that, Benza.
No, Dreamwork.
Dreamwork was such a. I mean, when I said take off, Benza.
Dreamwork is it's because the kind of song that it is. It's a cinematic song. It's not a pop song.
I thought it should go global.
Nah,
When I listen to this, sounds like I could play it in the US and people were like.
it was produced by a US producer.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it was produced by a US producer.
Oh, Dreamwork, Benza.
Dreamwork. No,
Even the beat.
Yeah, it came out the block. It came out. I think the when it came out the block, we had an animated video for it. Which worked.
Yeah.
But it started to lose its momentum when the artist saw it as a cinematic song rather than a pop song, and so he drove the visual to be cinematic, and that's where he said it didn't go higher than that because the artist when he was recording it, it was a cinematic,
Yeah.
it was a cinematic song.
Yeah.
So the visuals lended to cinematic, but it's not for
everyone.
It's not a global hit. It could have been a global hit if
The visuals.
commercially we came in and said, "No, Kenan, I know you recorded this thing as a
cinematic thing.
but the music video is gonna be like this, gonna have sexy girls, it's gonna have this, it's gonna have a flying cars and
No, he had these kids acting and there's guns and they're chasing each other. I mean, I think that was actually the first concept he had done, cinematic music concept he
that's
had
what
done.
it wasn't. It wasn't congratulate for him. It wasn't a congratulate for him. So the music video wasn't gonna look like congratulate.
Yeah, that was special.
Yeah, Dreamwork is
Dreamwork is a
top 10
beautiful one.
Top 10 as well.
Yeah, it's a beautiful.
Dollar Sign got me in a good mood.
Yeah, no, love it. Benza, you're in a different place right now. One thing that I know you're doing, you're speaking at events, you're teaching music, you're in workshops. What's happening with that? What's that about?
Yeah, what it's really about is that when we look back at what we have achieved over the last 13, 15 years, the most important thing for me is that we have made some really great professionals in the music business now, right? Some of the leading managers in South Africa right now came from the school of Fifth Season.
True.
right? Road manager, school of first season. PR people, school of first season. Even legal, even entertainment lawyers now came from the school of fifth season. And when we look back at it, like it wasn't just a movement for the culture from an artistic point of view. It was also a movement from a professional point of view.
Yeah.
Right? We, throughout our 15 years, small business, it wasn't a major business, probably, hired maybe close to 400 people over that time span. All the artists that we blew up also hired 20 people, whether it be musicians, road manager, music directors, whoever else that worked in their team, content creator, videographer. It just showed that the power of music for education, power of music for job creation, and the power of music to bring an attention to a country, because it's one of the first cultural point that goes out.
Yeah.
Right. And we did that in South Africa without really knowing that's what we're doing. We were South Africa to the world, or Amapiano to the world, another to the world. We did not see that we were actually creating an industry. So now we're faced with, there's an industry, and if we're going to maintain this industry, and we're going to let this industry be sustainable and grow, we have to have professionals in there alongside the artists. So my workshops that I do, my master classes that I do is really focused to the guys who are, who are in colleges, who want to figure out what role that they can play in music.
Yeah.
Like me, they probably love creativity, love being around creators, probably try to sing, try to dance, try to rap, try to be a poet, didn't
blend. Yeah.
So they were forced to take accounting. But you can use that accounting degree and become an accountant in the music industry. You can use that MBA in business and be a manager. You can use your legal studies to either be a lawyer or to manage. Right now, the head of Universal Music is a lawyer.
Oh,
yeah. She's a lawyer by
profession.
By profession,
Yeah.
but she's the head of Universal Music, right? And so you find that also in other Universal territories, the head of the business, it's either a lawyer by trade, or maybe went to a business school, or was an accountant at one time and made his way to running the business. So we want to make sure that as the music rise, screaming is rising, live music is rising, interest in Africa is rising. We have people coming in who want to be part of Africa. If we don't grow the professional side of it, it will,
tumble.
it will tank.
Yeah.
Because it's the professional that keep things going.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the reason why we keep building is because we have more architects.
Sure.
We have more specialists in quantity surveying.
Yeah.
That's why we keep building. If we don't have group managers, we don't have, more toolies, and more nivels, it's gonna tank. You're gonna have a guy who blows up and the career ends in 6 months. Yeah. So we want to do that in South Africa, but we want to do that across the board in every country.
Yeah.
Throughout the continent. We have some advances in Kenya that we're doing some stuff there. We have some advances in Rwanda, doing some stuff there. They see what the creative industry can do for a country, because they saw what it's done for Nigeria. We're seeing what it's done for South Africa. Job creation, tourism, inflow, and then also work. The artist becoming a brand name, gets to travel around the world.
Yeah.
Gets to meet new people.
Yeah.
And then bring people to their country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that's the push.
Yeah.
That's the push right now for fifth season and for Benza. So look for me in your country.
Yeah.
I'll be there soon.
Yeah.
The whole goal is to add value, generate values for the artists.
Yeah.
But also sustainable life.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that the brand becomes a sustainable brand, and you can only do that by skilled people and skilled professional surrounding you. And I'm there to workshop, masterclass, programs, incubation. We do some stuff here with Ninel for boot camp for managers. We also do a publishing course for in Pretoria with Ninel and a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know at the point you mentioned songwriting camps and stuff.
We do songwriting camp.
Yeah.
We do some amazing songwriting camp. We discover 4 or 5 really beautiful singers who are like from, I think, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Ethiopia, Rwanda. We brought them here just recently in November so they can come and also songwrite and produce with South African collaboration. That's happening. Some of the music have been released. We have some that will be unreleased, but will be released in February, March, and April. Discover some incredible people. Look out for people like Mike Kayura. Look out for Bukuru. Look out for Asa Matus, who's from Mozambique. So an amazing work is coming out in the new year.
No, man. Benza, thank you so much for this beautiful, beautiful conversation. How can people reach you?
Now, my bank account is NetBank.
Love it. I mean, that's how you want to have people reach you.
Banking. Just deposit there. You want to know the number?
Love it.
Cool. You can follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can hit us up on fifthseason.com as well. That's VTHseason.com. Yeah, we're there. We're your partners, a consultant and strategic partner for your career. Yeah. No matter where you stay. You could stay in Cape Town, Joburg, stay in Kigali, Nairobi, Accra, wherever you are. We're willing to work with you. And also corporations and industry, corporations and foundations, and then also ministries, arts and culture that are looking to grow the music scene, the creative industry scene in their country. Hit us up. We're there for you.
Brother, thank you so much.
All right.
I really appreciate this.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Shep.
Okay, cool. I get 20% of the
revenue.
Yeah. Right?
That's right. That's it. Fingers crossed, brother. Oh, God. This is beautiful, brother. Loved it.
Okay.
Loved it.